gonna starting a new town. The first thing that I recommend is doing is you pause the game right from the get-go, even though you have a 0. You're gonna check every plot that there is has water. Always have. You cannot create a world without having the minimum demands on having water in there, or else you can't supply the people with water, fresh water, and a nice drainage system. You start out with one road. Okay. So you gotta figure out where I'm gonna build everything. Keep it close if possible. You can always relocate a lot of stuff later on. And we're gonna pull a road downstairs, like just one big road. I know it's already costing us 3,200, but there's no other way. Now, what you can do is between the highway and the big road, you can start, sculpturing something. Doesn't matter. The cost efficiency of having a small 2-lane gravel road. Yeah, you could do it. You could take it. I don't recommend it. So this road, we're going to do a split off, and there's going to be a little town here. Now, make sure it's connected to the other one as well. There. Now, we have one road heading towards the water. Now we're gonna do, I want it to be looking pretty, even though I'm not going to continue after the introduction here. Making turns like this reduces the amount of squares available to build on, so keep that in mind. If you have broad buildings, then there's a chance you can't place them here. Now we have pulled a road from the highway up to the water section. Now what you're gonna need is a water pumping station. As soon as you click on it, you see which way the water is flowing. Now completely on the upstream, you want to put something like this down. You don't want to start draining in this polluted water that people are dumping, and a water drain pipe. Now my recommendation for the start, especially when you're starting on normal mode, is just put it somewhere near it, not too far away. That could save you some cash regarding to the water pipe. And because we're building later on, we'll be building a little industry here. We're gonna do it like this. Okay. So we connect them. And our town, like I said before, will be somewhere here, in between the highway and the industrial zone. So I'm not gonna spend too many meters up north, or north up there. I'm gonna go here. Well, first things first, I need to know where I put it. So I put it here. Make sure that I put the intersection somewhere near it. There we go. That's the thing for our town. As you can see, we still have a pause. As soon as we're gonna get it off pause, the bank balance will go into minus because we have buildings. Now we have the entrance for the town. We have the water system up and running, but now we need power. Now power, as you can see, is a hassle to get in this map. Here's a lot of things you can put. Either you put it along the banks here, keep it separated because of the noise level, or you're going to put it here. As you can see, there we get 7 megawatts. And here we're only getting 5, 4, 5, approximately 5, I would say. 2 megawatts at the start is a lot. So we're going to keep it as close to the bottom part as possible because of the town we're going to build here. So we're going to put it right here. Only one as a start off. And connect everything towards it. Now, the only thing I'm going to do here is making one line. That's the main line. I'm going to split off from that point. Making sure this guy has some power. And make sure this guy has some power as well. Now, we have everything with power except for the little town. So we're gonna wait with the town a little bit before we're gonna supply it with a lot of stuff. You see a lot of builders sculpturing their small towns, small cities and metropolises. That is not needed at the start. You can switch it on later, you know, get some experience into the game, you name it. So we're gonna make some easy going cubicles. This is the easiest way in order to make a little bit of income. Low residential areas. There we go. Make sure there's water. Now you want the water to overlap here. Not too much. You will lose a lot as well. Let's pull that one through. Now the bare minimum. So we have everything covered with water, and now we're going to cover it with a nice power line. Let's see, where did we build? Oh, we built here. So we can connect the power to one of these buildings as soon as it's being built. There. It says disconnected. Don't worry about it. So this is how you start out with a game. Now if I'm gonna press pause, you can see the game running. I'm gonna go up to 3 speed, and slowly but surely the people are coming in. Let's wait until everything is built. You can see the demand for residential zones shifting. What you can do in the meantime, you have 41,000 left. Start expanding a little bit, you know, making more of these zones. Now, nice and slowly. Make sure the blue is not overlapping one of the squares on the left and the right. That way you can maximize the amount of buildings that you can put in here. Now let's pause the game here for a bit. You see we have a lot of buildings down right now. This will be going, yes it will. And low density commercial. Let's put a little bit in. And of course we want industrial, like we said at the start, industrial. Now you see me just putting it down because beforehand we made sure everything has power and everything has water. If it doesn't get any water, you can extend these lines without any problems. You already have the complete bases down. Same for the power lines. You have the bases down, don't worry about it. What you want to focus on next is make sure that the little reaches 500 people. You want to keep on expanding on the population. Make that your first priority here. You know, you want to go at least at, you know, the 5th level. Every map has its own target. This map is 500, another map could have 600. It depends on what kind of map you're playing. And bit by bit you're getting unlocks. For every target you reach here, for every milestone you reach, you get a bonus on money. You don't see it anywhere, but you get a bonus. So let's continue the game for a bit. In the meantime, we keep on expanding. Now, while everything is building, we keep expanding. There. Let's pull this road ahead as well a little bit. Now, if you're gonna get something like this, you know, see the orange line, press space, build the road and rebuild the power plant. Or the power lines that are connected to the power plant. If it doesn't go like this, you can always make 2 small ones. Do it in 2 steps, do it in 3 steps. Just make sure you go over the road like this. And continue on with doing. So let's build some more here and there. Check on the water. You see, at the start is a medium demand for residential zone and a low demand of industrial zone. So for future references, okay, let's put something here on this outskirts. See, this is going lower on the demand. Residential zones are going up. Before you know it, you have your 500 citizens. So this is a good way to start out the game with. Keep on expanding, keep on gaining a lot of population. It's fairly easy to start. The mistake that has been made by a lot of people, including myself, is putting everything in place. You see people having their little town, you know, left top corner, while having the industry on the left bottom corner and their power plant somewhere in between and the drainage system on the right side. Yep, I don't need some of the power lines anymore. That's completely correct, Jagmel. So you could save a little bit of cash here as well. You see everything overflowing. So we're going to remove this one. Getting some of the cash back. If you're playing on normal mode, you get 100% of the cash back that you invested or spent into the building. Demand is still high. Let's put down some more. Don't expand too fast. It could destabilize your full, you know, your complete economy. You don't want that. Nice and slowly. Now, if you're getting any messages now for the power again, power comes up, I know it's a power issue, I'm gonna pause the game. And why I'm gonna pausing the game is because people will be leaving, you will go into the minus. That is something you do not want to have. So pause the game, build another one close to it, click it away, unpause, and the amount of time that flew by before you pause the game is a few days already, or you know, a week in this matter. There we go. Congratulations, a little hamlet. And the next milestone is 1000. Now with 1000 you can do a lot of stuff. You get your power usage, your water usage, and your districts. Well, so just check every time you go level up what you can build. Now we can build an elementary school, a medical clinic, and a landfill. Now those are things that you're definitely gonna need. And we leveled up. This means we have a bonus in the bank balance. We are at 47,000. That is not too bad. So the landfill is next. Then build the medical clinic somewhere near. And I don't recommend putting up a elementary, oh well, you could put up an elementary school. So it's always a demand. Make sure if you're going to put something like this down, it's somewhere in the center, then it can reach all of your citizens. Well, this is just for the start. I hope it will work. So if you have any questions, just ask them or in the comment section below. And I hope you enjoyed the little beginner's tutorial.